Tonight to an exclusive story you'll see only here on WHAS 11 News at 6. LMPD's first police officer to come out as gay, who sued the police department for mistreatment and retired earlier this year, is speaking out for the very first time. Tom Lally investigates what happened and why former police chief Steve Conrad decided the officer's concerns were not sustained.
That right there is the Performance Innovator Award.
A uniform and photos from his early years.
It was a good group.
Remind retired LMPD officer Johnny Burgraff
I had hair then.
of the department he left behind. Johnny was the department's first out gay officer, and he claims he was discriminated against for being gay, an experience he's now sharing publicly.
Ready to go?
For the first time. It all goes back to a meeting in December of 2017 when Johnny introduced himself to LMPD's Youth Advisory Committee.
I said that, the chief has 3 advisory committees. He has a youth, he has an adult, and he has an LGBTQ. And I also serve as their liaison.
Those words and how people perceived them brought on a months-long investigation. Interviews with 3 sergeants, 2 lieutenants, and Johnny. We obtained the complete investigation, including transcripts of each interview. Here's what we found. Johnny's boss, Lieutenant Phil Russell, called Sergeant Corey Robinson and asked what he thought of how Johnny introduced himself at that meeting. Russell said it seemed like there was one student, a young man, who Johnny focused on while he was talking. The sergeant brought the issue to command staff, including Lieutenant Jill Hume, who said she thought Lieutenant Russell's comments were horrible and told Johnny to be careful. Johnny told the chief an investigation began and he asked to be moved. He no longer wanted to work with Lieutenant Russell.
My anxiety's through the roof. I'm not sleeping at night. And I said, this really has me bothered. I said again, move me.
Instead, he said they moved Russell to the chief's office and then to training. As investigators determined, Lieutenant Russell did not break LMPD's standard operating procedure, Rule 5120, which stated at the time, members shall not express any prejudice concerning an individual's actual or perceived sexual orientation. The case was closed, and Johnny didn't find out for months.
8 months go by, and they never told me anything.
The department found Lieutenant Russell's questions were appropriate, and it was Lieutenant Hume who wrongly and inappropriately shared his concerns. No one was disciplined, so Johnny and his attorney, Thomas Clay, filed a lawsuit.
The law was not followed, the law was violated. And so we're hoping to put this in front of a jury and let a jury of our peers make a decision as to whether LMPD did what it was supposed to do or whether it violated our law against discrimination.
I'm not shocked.
Chris Hartman from the Fairness Campaign works with LMPD to promote equality in the workplace and how they treat the public.
Unfortunately, when you're a trailblazer like that, when you're a pioneer in an institution, you can also become a target.
Hartman pointed to another officer in Louisville, Kyle Nave, once a sergeant for Audubon Park PD, sued that department, saying they wrongfully fired him for being gay. Louisville's Human Resources Commission agreed, and Audubon Park settled with Nave out of court.
That's the unfortunate reality, is that a lawsuit is sometimes the only thing that makes something be taken seriously.
Johnny Burgraff filed his lawsuit in 2019. His attorney hopes to take it to court in 2022. Though Louisville Metro government has already responded, denying the allegations made by Officer Burgraff. I reached out to LMPD to give the department and the officers named in this investigation a chance to reply to the lawsuit, but a public information officer tells me LMPD does not comment on pending litigation. In the newsroom, Tom Lally, WHAS 11, on your side.